Hello users and welcome to Muppet RaceMania. Yeah, it's happening again. Yeah, it's a staple of Sunday Runday now. Until I get through every category, it's gonna keep happening. I'm sorry. If you don't like this game, well, first of all, if you don't like this game, unsubscribe. I never for the rest of my life even want to think about you as a human in any context if you don't like this game. So with that out of the way, this is going to be the All Muppets category, which, as the name implies, is getting every Muppet except for one of them, because one of them's really fucking annoying. So the story of this category, because this is what I invented. I invented basically every category of this game, because when I ran this game, no one else did. So when I got tired of all stunts runs, I was like, okay, I want to do something else. And then I got tired of all race leagues because it was super random with the fucking special moves. And I'm like, okay, I'll do something else. So then I came up with All Muppets. And I was like, wait a second. Those are fucking sucks. I don't want to do that because you need to do like a stupid mini game in every level. And like every other Muppet is a different way of doing it. It's like kind of a bonus Muppet. And I decided, fuck that shit, you know what I'm saying? So, let me change my split key back to what it used to be. And then I will start the game. So one thing that's different between this category and the other categories are that other categories are New Game Plus categories in the sense that you want to start on an already completed file, whereas because this one is unlocking things, you don't want to start on a completed file because then you can't unlock them. Come on. So the thing about this category that made me not like it, like with all the other categories, is RNG. Basically, I've got hair on the tip of my tongue. Okay, so this game, if you didn't know, has an adventure mode. And that's where you go in any race level and you just wander around for a certain amount of time and collect certain objects. And you can get food, you can get new characters, those are the Muppets, you can get, the stars, they're all collectibles. And so you basically, as you just saw, you go around the level and you find out where the Muppet is and you run into them and then you challenge them to a race. And then you beat them at the race and then you unlock them. But you can spawn anywhere on the level. Basically, like there's like a fuckload of spawn points. And you know what that means. They're random. And the Muppet's only in the same area. So depending on where you spawn, this run can either be really good or really bad. And it gets really obnoxious on the stunt levels. And yes, there's a Muppet on every stunt level except... No, yeah, there's a Muppet on every stunt level. So the stunt levels I do first because they have the highest chance of you getting fucked over by RNG. So basically in the stunt levels, I'm just going to be restarting over and over again until I get the spawn that I want. Because the stunt levels can last like 2 minutes, I think, is the longest one-ish, I think. I don't... Whatever. And you don't want to do a whole fucking minute-long stunt level when you can theoretically spawn right next to the Muppet. So I want to unlock Zoot first because he's in my opinion, the most efficient Muppet for this. At least my opinion when I started running this category. And I haven't really done any revisions since then because honestly, fuck that. Alright, so let's see what happens.
Have you ever seen a sideshow? Aren't we watching one right now? Oh!
Bad luck.
Whoa.
Bad luck. Bad luck. Yep, this is a speed run. Good luck. This is the best spawn. This is the closest you can get to where Scooter is. And then it also, like, these levels, if they weren't cycle-based, it probably wouldn't be at... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. It probably wouldn't be as obnoxious. Yeah. Fuck me? It probably wouldn't be as obnoxious. But, like, this kind of stuff, you want to avoid this. Like, just sitting here doing nothing. You want to avoid that as much as possible on these stunt levels. Well, one thing is they didn't introduce any sort of challenge thing. I guess they couldn't figure out how to make the AI actually do the stunt levels without making it, I guess, like some sort of scripted thing. So you don't challenge them, you just bump into them and you get them. So that's at least good. It ends the torture quicker than it otherwise would.
They're racing in a restaurant? Boy,
Alright, bad luck.
Whoa.
Bad luck.
Whoa.
Bad luck.
Whoa.
Good luck. This is the closest spawn you can get. Still gotta go through some cycles, but not as many. Best song in the game, by the way. Just saying. If you disagree, then go fuck yourself. Or actually, no. If you disagree, then do not fuck yourself. For an extended period of time. That'll be your punishment. Yeah, you still gotta wait on that one. I'm sure there's faster ways to do this. Last time I routed this category was like fucking 4 years ago, so I'm sure that there's better things to do here. But, you know, this is a classic percent, you know? Doing it the classic style. It's not my cup, by the way. I just want to make sure you understand.
You think I could get a decent cup of coffee?
Fuck you.
Whoa.
Well, actually, this level, compared to the other ones, isn't as bad because there's teleporters. Yeah, never mind. That's one sense. There's teleporters in multiple areas that bring you to the beginning, which is where the Swedish chef is. So there's actually more than one spawn. Yeah, I guess you can't do that with just the two. There's more than one spawn that's actually viable. But obviously there's varying degrees of which one's better. Having to like go all the way over there and get the boost is a little annoying. Though you only have one teleporter, whereas the others are a chain of teleporters. Jesus fuck. So yeah, actually having all 6 stunt levels go perfectly on the first spawn is, well, it's unlikely. Let's just put it that way. It's very unlikely.
You think they can fall off these rooftops?
Jesus. Jesus fuck. Christ almighty. Fucking cocksucker motherfucker. Oh, there we go. One thing I do like about the stunt levels is that there's a lot of areas that, like, Jesus fuck, are, in just this game in general, there's lots of areas in the, fuck my fucking asshole until I come, that are, like, not there in, like, the regular game mode. So it's cool to see, like, kind of like, oh, what's past the finish line? It's fucking awesome, actually. I really like that aspect. Alright. So we got one more. Actually, oh, fuck, we got 2 more. Jesus Christ. I don't know. God. Motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Mountains can be dangerous to drive.
Oh.
Especially if you're just
I got it. The best spawn. First try.
Over here, look over here.
I got it before fucking Stalter and Waldorf actually shut the fuck up. Wow. Cool. That's awesome. Alright, one more. One more stunt, and then we get into the levels that are more reasonable. The racing levels, you know, it's you can do anything from any spawn, essentially. Oh, I won't take that one. Just because, like, the levels are much smaller. So, like, actually going around them, because they're like big circles, you know what I mean? Instead of one straight line with a lot of fucking cycles and jumping and waiting and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, it's more reasonable. it's more reasonable to just take whatever spawn you start with. Ugh. Oh. Oh. Cocksucker. I hate the way that works. You gotta be careful not to get the movie there, because when you get the movie, that ends the round. So, and they're right next to each other. Trust me, I've done that more times than I'm comfortable with. So I do Mallory Gallery next, because this is one of the hardest levels, because in the Mallory Gallery skip. Now I wonder how much time you could save with the new clip that I still haven't learned, that I said I would learn like a few weeks ago, but I still haven't done it.
These pictures are really
Why would I ever play this game? Oh, I'm just kidding, this game's amazing.
Probably dated the models.
Still? I'm not gonna finish that. I was gonna say, why would I play this game outside of a video? But I mean, like, the game is good. It's just, you know, I've played it so much that really, I'm only really gonna play this in videos. But yeah, anyway, so now we go back to... Jesus Christ. Now we actually go back to racing these motherfuckers. So let's rev up. I make an exception for Dozer because he's an asshole, and doing a minigame in every single map seems absurd, but I should honestly make another, like, it's already arbitrary, so I should just make another exception. All Muppets, except for Dozer, and then fucking, like, the stunt ones, because fuck that. Is it Doozer or Dozer? I don't remember. Might be Doozer. I don't remember. That's the classic skip. It's way easier with Zoot than Floyd. Floyd's car turns a little bit worse than Zoot's. It's slightly faster, so it is faster. But, you know, like I said, back when I used to run this game a long time ago, I didn't really care about that. I just wanted it to be fun and easy. And this is the second best car in the game, so I just, you know, it's like a risk-reward thing. I mean, that's really all speedrunning is just risk-reward, but it's more of a clear example of risk-reward. Oh, fuck my asshole. One of my favorite aspects of the stage that I don't know if I talked about before is the reflecting floors. I love that shit. I don't know, reflecting floors are really cool. Especially because, at least I'm pretty sure, they're not actual reflections. It's just like an effect that's pre-rendered. I think that's how it works. Because if they were actual reflections, then I'm surely the cars would show up, wouldn't they? Unless do they? I don't know if they do. I've never actually examined that until now. It's one of those things where it's like every time you play this game, it's just a new flavor of awesome. Like, okay, so the old Mallory Gallery skip, the one I'm doing there, it really is cool. Like, you have to admit, like, it's hard and it's cool and I like it. I'm sure the new one's a lot easier and it's definitely a lot faster, but for the love of God, the old one's so cool. It's one of those things where it's like a big fuck you to the level, but not in like, so the new one is where you clip through the floor, right? And that's like a big fuck you to the game code, whereas like that one's just like a big fuck you to the actual just level itself. Both are equally viable in terms of my interest, but still. It's an oversight in level design versus an oversight in game design. Like, physic engine design. If you understand what I mean here. And I like speedrunning. I'm drawn to speedrunning mostly because I really enjoy the technical aspect of it. So I do love, like, I personally think abusing level design, I think, is more interesting than abusing game design, just because it's more opaque in its visibility, in that, like, when you see a level, it's kind of like a puzzle, and you're looking for the solution to the puzzle, whereas a game, it's like a 2D puzzle versus a Rubik's Cube, I think, would be potentially an accurate way to distinguish between breaking the game design versus breaking the level design. I don't necessarily have a preference, but I just think breaking the levels, it's a lot more feasible, because typically, I don't know. I don't know if I would say anything is more feasible, because it really does depend on the game in the end, so. Either way, I don't really have any sort of grand point here. I'm just kind of making small talk. I'm only 2 minutes behind. That's not too bad. After the run's over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all of the Muppets' voices and what they say, just because it's fun. Might as well. That'll be your Easter egg content.
This is the Happiness Hotel?
Yep.
Does that make you happy?
Yes, happy that I'm not staying here.
The spawn wasn't great, but, you know. What are you gonna do? I don't know. I don't know! I don't know what I'm gonna do! Huh? 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 I like suit. Just a reminder, I just want to let everyone know, if you're watching this video, right, and you have not seen the original 6 Muppet movies, please do yourself a favor. Please do yourself a favor. Like, it's not doing me a favor, okay? It's doing yourself a favor. The Muppet movie, the original Muppet movie, is it's probably my favorite movie just ever. Like, it's just so goddamn motherfucking good. And personally, my second favorite is Muppets from Space, or Muppets in Space? Is it in space or from space? I think it's from space, because it's GONZO and he's from space. But I don't know. And the rest are all really good. I would say maybe Treasure Island and Christmas Carol are a bit gimmicky. I do like them. I like the style of them. I think they're a bit gimmicky, though. That's just my opinion, though. That's just, like, my opinion, though. I don't know. That being said, they're all fucking phenomenal. I haven't actually watched any of the new Muppet media. I do have a box set with the original movies and then the Muppets Most Wanted and The Muppets. But I haven't seen those 2 new ones. I'm just kind of waiting. I don't know what I'm waiting for, but I'm just kind of waiting. Fun fact, though, is I believe it's Muppets from Manhattan, or Muppets Take Manhattan, and Muppets in Space are both owned by Sony, and then all the rest are owned by Disney. So the box set actually does not include those 2 because of that, so you have to get them separately, which is, you know, it's kind of funny, but still. I didn't realize that was the 3rd lap, Jesus. Dang. Who's next? Sal? There's not a Muppet in every level, by the way. It would have been cooler if they added more, but, you know. I'll take what I can get. God, one of my favorite things is, like, this is something, if you want to talk about an era of gaming, I don't, okay, first of all, let me stipulate that I do not really pay attention to modern gaming, okay? So this might be a thing, and I just might not hear about it. But, like, during the PlayStation 1 era, and, like, really just up until the PlayStation 2 era, I think PS3 and then Xbox 360 and beyond, this is kind of when this died out. But the licensed video game that's, like, actually really good, I don't see those anymore. You know what I mean? Like, when was the latest Muppet video game? Like, in the, like, early 2000s, you know what I mean? Like 2002, maybe there's some good ones on, like, oh, actually there's this Muppet game on PS2 that I haven't played yet. I don't know. But still, that's PS2, that's not Xbox 360. You know, that's my whole point. Is that I just, like, I don't know, I feel like gaming got too serious during the 360 PS3 generation. And don't let that, like, I don't mean that I dislike that generation, but I think that's one of my things that I really like about the PlayStation 1, especially more than the PlayStation 2, is that this is like kind of an in-between era where, like, it's still retro, right? Like, you know, and things look goofy and, like, pixely, and, like, the models are polygonal, I don't know what the word would be there. And, like, things look funny and things are stylized, and like that's what I like about Muppet PS1 games, is that things are stylized in such a way because of the technological limitations that they just make use of what they've got in such a really cool way. And I just feel like that's not really a thing that I see in video games anymore, and you know, that may be a contributing factor as to why I don't play new games. But I feel like all the games that I hear about, also I just realized that I just went right past this guy. I feel like all the games that I hear about though are just like ultra serious, like either story-based games or like, you know, shooters and stuff like that. I don't like, when's the last time there's been like a platformer that's really good and it's based off of like a kid's show? You know, if anyone actually does have answers to this question, let me know. Because genuinely, I would love to know also, like, fuck this guy, holy shit, fuck you. Because I would actually like to know. And again, that's not necessarily a critique, more so of an observation, and potentially a reason why I'm more so drawn to older games than newer ones. Because, like, I like serious games, but serious games aren't... They lose their value over time just because there's only so many times that you can experience, like, a well-made story. You know what I mean? And, I don't know. Like, I feel like this is a game I could literally play, like, once a month for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? And it would be relatively fun every single time. Whereas if I were to take a very story-based game, I can't even really think of a great example. I don't know, I feel like I would get burnt out after like the 50th time. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. I'm not making many grandiose statements, I'm just making things that I personally observe, and I do live in a bubble when it comes to modern gaming. That is to say, I do literally... I consume zero game media. Like, the only thing I ever know about new games is from what, like, my brother tells me. And, like, that's it. And even then, I ignore him most of the time because he's a fucking idiot. So, I don't know. Maybe if I looked out there, you know, maybe I'd see some more fun stuff, but... You know, again, point me to some good stuff.
Take a cruise.
I don't know. If you have any recommendations, I'm open to them.
Is that the Jolly Roger?
So yeah, we're getting Jesus. I mean, that's much better. This level is kind of long, you know, so. And plus, I don't remember, actually, but that might be the best spawn. I don't know. When you use the penguin when you're at, like, no speed, it'll give you a slight boost. So after a teleport, you just want to do that. Also, you have 2 spawns here rather than 6, and so you have a 50% chance rather than whatever the percentage of 1/6 would be to get the good spawn, and I got it, so it's cool. I missed some of the food, sadly, so I didn't get the full boost there. So a thing about doing the one-on-one races compared to the league races, where there's a fuckload of fuckers, is that especially because you do have a gap in how far ahead you are when you use the shortcuts, it's that these guys are definitely going to get special because they're not fighting and competing for the resources, and there's a chance sometimes that when you're in a league match that they all just don't get enough just because they're competing over the same resource. But because you're so far ahead and these things respawn on such a short timer, the chances of you getting specialed are almost 100%. It really is just a matter of if they hit the button. If the AI decides, alright, let's special. And then it's also a matter of if you're in special boost mode, you know? Because then you're immune to specials. So, those are the aspects there. So at literally any point, I can get special here. Literally. It could happen now. It could happen now. Or now. or now. Or it could not happen at all. Another fun fact is you have an autopilot mode. If you just hit select at any point, you literally don't need to move. Like, you can hit R1 to boost, and then you can just not, like, you can literally just let the AI drive for you. I actually didn't know that up until, like, maybe 2 years ago, because I was reading through the entirety of the manual at one point, and I was like, wait, what? And then I tried it, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Are there any cannibals on this island?
Yeah, you just hit select, and then you're in there. Oh shit, fuck. I'll reset.
Whoa.
I went the wrong way from the onset. And this is faster than it would have been if I would have just driven back. Oof. I almost got down there. Now I have to wait. Like how there's just water there. It takes so fucking long. You have to watch out, make sure you don't get the movie. I'm glad that the music doesn't loop in this game, or like cut or anything. Like, I'm glad that it's a level song, and when you hit the Muppet, it doesn't like change tunes or anything. I love that moment where like you're in the middle of a song, and then like you get the little close up where it's like, you know, race whatever, and I just like that transition screen. I think it's really cool. Gets you a little moment to jam to something that's not always the same. Which I don't necessarily have a negative view of that. I just like both of them. Like, say for example, in Mega Man games, there's boss music. So like, you know, when you hit the boss, like the music ends and goes into the boss theme. You know what I mean? And I like that. I think it's cool. At the same time, you know, I like this. It's cool. Just kind of delineating the differences between various things that you might never really think about. Little, like, minor things to just appreciate in game design. Yeah, we've got only 2 more fuckers after I collect Janice here. And then that'll be the run. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Next week, I will probably do all bosses, I think. I'm not sure how many categories are left. I'm definitely not going to do 100% because that's 5 fucking hours. It's been a few years since I've even attempted 100%. I should have been boosting more. It's been a few fucking years since I've attempted that, and I don't know when I'm going to do it again, but it's definitely not going to be now. It's definitely not going to be now. So I can assure you that. Sorry to anyone. Oof, sorry. Sorry, I'm double sorry now. I fucked up 2 times in a row. Well, I mean, actually, no. Hold up. It's like a double negative. So me being sorry actually got canceled out by my grotesque noise. So actually, never mind. So now I'm not sorry at all. Because it, you know, double negative. That's how math works. Huh? 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 I have got a question for anyone, and maybe I should pose this question in a more observable format, because I don't know if every subscriber is going to watch 27 minutes into this, but if you are listening to this and you want your voice heard, I've got a question. How do y'all feel about multi-part speedruns? Like I've been doing in the Rock block and the Rock X block, where I do 2 videos of 1 speedrun. I kind of want to do a thing where I just upload multiple videos a day. That's kind of what I want to do, and I kind of want to keep things on like a lower length because I feel like that makes it easier for people to want to click on it. I feel like an hour-long video is less appealing to people that don't have an hour to kill, whereas watching a 30-minute video it's just more approachable, I feel like. So when it comes to Sunday Runday, I'm running out of runs that are like an hour or less. So I'm not sure if I should do like a speed run where I do 1 part every Sunday Runday, or like I don't know how I would actually do that. I'm not entirely sure. So if you have any recommendations on what I need, like, or I could just do the whole run and upload it as like a 2-hour video on Sunday. I mean, I could do that too, you know. Maybe I will. I'm not sure. So if you have any feedback there, you know, feel free to let your opinion be heard. So we have one fucker left, Mr. PP,
Hey, Muppet.
also known as Pepe, who is definitely in my top tier of Muppets. If you were to make a Muppet tier list,
Have we been here
Pepe is
before?
easily
just
in the
a
top
little bit
tier.
differently.
Not the best. Gonzo is, of course, without a doubt, the best Muppet. But let me concoct here, and maybe any Muppets out there can put their hat in the ring as well. I'm posing a lot of questions. People are gonna have to be leaving 15 comments on this fucking video. Give me your top tier in no particular order. I will stipulate that Gonzo is my favorite, but in no particular order, I would say Pepe is top tier, Kermit, of course, top tier, Swedish Chef, top tier, who else would I put top tier? Fozzie. Fozzie is, of course, Fozzie is top tier. How could I fucking forget for even a second? Animal, top tier. I don't know if Beaker is top tier. I feel like Beaker is too one track to be top tier, I think. But then again, Animal's top tier. I don't know. Animal's just cooler. I'm sorry, Beaker. I'm gonna have to revoke your top tier status, as well as status. God, I love when you just get so much air that you see, like, the fucking glitched out fucking rendering of the level from the sky. It's awesome. Anyway, this is the run. It's over.
One? Whoa. I love a good race.
You do?
Yes. Too bad this wasn't one of them. Oh!
Woo. Alright, let's scan through the Muppets.
Pick me, okay? I'm the one to pick, okay? Very handsome, okay? Pick me, come on, come on. What are you waiting for, okay? Pick me.
I love how you get the mic feedback.
I think you and I would make a great team.
That's one of my favorite fucking things, is that some...
I'm Miss Piggy, but you knew that.
some of the lines are just recorded with awful mic feedback.
Great day for a drive.
That is true, Gonzo, that is true.
I'm Fozzie.
I'm Gonzo the Great.
Yo, this is Rizzo here.
Rizzo's top tier. I'm gonna throw Rizzo in the top tier. They all have multiple voice lines, by the way.
I'm Dr. Teeth. Can you dig it?
Oh shit. Sorry.
It would
Cut
be
you off.
really groovy if you picked me.
I'm Nemo. I'm Nemo.
Definitely top tier. Oh, Rolf. Top tier?
Woof. Rolf the dog here.
Pleased to meet ya.
Floyd is at your service.
Racing's cool.
Zoot, definitely top tier.
I think you and I would make a great team.
Yeah, the cheese is really good. The cheese is good.
The fucking microphone feedback.
Pick me if you are a true American.
It's like they had the voice actors for these fuckers in the studio, and then there was like a problem and they didn't realize it, and then after the fact they're like, oh, we'll never be able to get that guy again, let's just fucking deal with it. That's pretty much what happened.
Hi, I'm Robin.
I'm Ron.
Greetings. I'm Link Hogthrob, of course.
Oh, you pick me. Yeah. Pick me, okay? I'm the one to pick, okay? Very handsome, okay? Pick me, come on, come on. What are you waiting for, okay? Pick me.
I'm Scooter. I'd love to race today.
Just want to stipulate this is not
You
my
know,
cup.
if you race with me, you're gonna win. Simple.
It's Sal at your service.
Hello, I'm Bean Bunny, cuteness extraordinaire.
Aww.
Hey, what's up? I'm Clifford.
Oh, fuck that guy.